basically also at the University of Arizona. I'm the configuration manager. Basically, I'm responsible for infrastructure for the Kuali Foundation, their servers, and looking forward to what the needs in the infrastructure are. So, do you want to say what we're talking about today?
Today we'll be talking about continuous integration. This is a look mostly for implementing tools.
Can you turn the mic on, please?
I didn't get to hear really close to it. Let's see if it's
Hello?
I'll just project my voice very loudly. How's that? Can you hear me back there?
Yeah.
Okay. This is mostly for interested people that want to know, from our experience in implementation of using continuous integration, also about the Foundation's experience with continuous integration. We'll go over problems that occur during implementation development, do an introduction to continuous integration, and also go over the University of Arizona's CI process and how we use CI to mitigate the problems we encounter in implementation development. We'll go over using notifications with continuous integration, how we do testing, and
then I'd like to talk about the fit, the good fit there is with virtualized infrastructure like Amazon EC2, with when you talk about testing, and how Kuali in the cloud, how Kuali has started to use Amazon Web Services, for their continuous integration and the exciting possibilities that will open up. And then we'll have, we'll open it up to questions and comments for the last 5 minutes.
The problem with implementation development can come in, very many different areas. There's so many points of failure that you can find in your development process. Because we're pulling our software in from different sources, you may, as implementers, be pulling it from RSmart or directly from the Kuali Foundation. At the University of Arizona, we receive our source code from RSmart that's packaged up in a subversion tag, and we just pull in that source code. But they may have already gotten some problems in their development process from the Kuali Foundation, or they may be introducing some themselves, or at the University of Arizona, we may be introducing a problem into it from one of our customizations. So there are different avenues where problems can arise, and it can also happen at different points in your development process as well. It can happen during your deployment or packaging. It can happen in testing. If you maintain your own build tools, that maintenance overhead could, for you, add another level of complexity where problems can arise in your development process. And oftentimes we become aware of these problems much too late. We don't know about them until critical moments in our development cycle where all of a sudden these problems occur and we're like, oh no, what do we do now? So to keep from running into those situations, the best thing for it is a continuous process that runs again and again.
I'd like to just add to that. Basically, at the University of Arizona, first at the Kuali Foundation, the development teams, they need the continuous integration process, and that's where you traditionally see continuous integration working. And implementation at the University of Arizona is really no different. They're basically a development team that are adding modifications, and it really is treated like development. And so it's as important to have continuous integration processes, after, at your institution when you're trying to implement. Although the University of Arizona, I should say, has found it very useful because it really does help, improve the quality of the product.
So, for us, continuous integration is very many things. Part of it is build system automation. You include testing, building, packaging, and things that you want to do continually. You even want to do deployment continually. By deploying continually, find, if you do remote deployments, you want to know about, you want to do that again and again to get a smoother deployment process. Also, if you need to deploy packages to, say, for example, some kind of repository, RPM repository or Maven repository, for example, the Rice project.
Yeah, if you're doing milestone builds and you want to deploy those, that's, you want to, if you have it automated in your continuous integration process, it just makes it easier. The other thing is that a lot of problems arise when you're configuring servers or moving servers around. So in the actual configuration, you can, problems arise. And if you're continuously deploying either to test servers and packaging, then you can weed out those earlier.
Also, notifications are things that you want to do continually. Found that by adding notifications to your continuous integration process, that you can streamline communications. A lot of things that you do ritualistically. Versioning is also something, whenever you do a build and you have a successful package and deployment, want to increment your version, that's something that would be part of your continuous integration process for you. Continuous integration is also a practice of agile development methodology. Some build process out there just run end to end. Even a development process where it's a waterfall development process, you just go all the way until the end. You don't know about these problems until you reach some point is critical, and you're stuck at that point. You have to be either going forward or die. By being agile, we afford ourselves the ability to move in different directions, not just forward or backward, but in our development, we can change direction. And this is very helpful. When you find out something is not going the way you would hoped it to, you always want to be able to change direction in those situations. And as we mentioned before, it's just kind of like an early warning system. You see down the road what's going to happen, and you can make adjustments accordingly. The main users for this are developers. Sometimes when I explain continuous integration to people, their first instinct, is some kind of administration tool, some kind of monitoring tool or a system administration tool, like maybe a scheduler even. It's just, it can do scheduling, and it support, lots of continuous integration systems out there support cron style formats for scheduling, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's a robust scheduler that you can use. It's not like a system administration dashboard. A lot of really powerful continuous integration systems out there can run scripts remotely, where you can transfer files around. A lot of people think, oh, if I can run a script remotely, then I can use this for all sorts of things. I can use this to do my daily backups, or I can use this as some kind of system to switch on my failovers. So just because you can do something doesn't mean you really should. Even though you can run scripts remotely.